A broadcasting legend in his own mind. He's known to be prickly and very opinionated. It's time to get in the huddle with your host, Coach Muddle.
All right, welcome to the huddle, everyone. It's Tuesday. Back home down south, South Florida. And so we're on YouTube today.
Yeah.
Our first YouTube show. So we don't know if anyone's checking us out.
Yeah.
Or if the comments work.
And as Nevada Nick predicted, this would happen. This was the lock of the decade. We're having technical difficulties.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to YouTube and I'm going to check on your show, and it should push as a live broadcast on your show. The only thing that's going to be stopping me for different things is the fact that I got a lot of windows up, so I've it's been a little bit slower for that.
Comments are still off, Coach.
God damn it.
Yep. My cousin just texted me. Thanks for alerting that to us, too, my cousin, our producer.
Yeah, our producer. So how do I?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to turn off the fucking volume on my. God damn it. Okay, I guess we're not going to be able to do that. Okay. No, I'm not going to do because I have the other. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my speakers off and other things off so I can try to get try to tech it.
All right, so I pulled up the live feed.
Turn my speakers off. There you go. Off so I can try to get try to tech it.
All right, why is pulled up the live feed?
Turn my speakers off. There you go. Off so I can try to get try to.
All right, so let me see. Why does it say? It says chat is disabled for this live stream. Well, how do I activate the chat? I just don't.
Maybe you should have figured that out ahead of time.
You know. And then I hit the three little dots on the bottom, and it says add translations.
We'll just do it in Spanish, and then hopefully Kathy can translate it to us. How about that?
Why my comments are turned off? Yeah, Tommy, quit your bitching. Man. Yeah, it's not running, Tommy. So quit your bitching and start typing. Like
you can't type. There's no comments.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Okay. One good thing is you are pushing on YouTube. But I said chat is disabled for this live stream. I have no clue. I have no clue how to turn that off or turn it on.
So you're in the same boat as Coach, basically.
Well, I mean, I'm looking on YouTube, and it says chat is disabled for this live stream. So I don't know, Coach.
I don't know. I hit this button here, and
maybe you want to just do it on Facebook so we can get comments.
Hold on. Give me 1 second here, and then it says, hold on. I got to go back to the settings. Select community defaults. Where the hell is community default?
I was doing my imitation of a frozen screen to try to help out, with people.
Captain, you want to talk about the Flyers while
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about the Flyers while I try to figure this out.
Well, the first thing, the Flyers are the first team in NHL history to have a lead in the best-of-7 series when they only have 5 goals in 4 games. So it shows you how impressive Carter Hart's been. So if you take the one loss out, he saved 79 of 80 shots, which is like, I think it was 98.7% save percentage, which is just ridiculous. And if you look at it, I mean, Montreal's played the Flyers good. I mean, and the difference between the two teams, I mean, you can't really complain about Price either. He's played well. But the difference in the two teams right now is Carter Hart. I mean, because you look at the Flyers, none of their big guys. I mean, Giroux doesn't have a goal. I don't think Hayes has a goal. I mean, Voracek has two. I think Raffle has one or two. But, their big boys haven't really. Not once they haven't showed up because we're winning games. The defense is doing well, but you're not seeing. I don't think Konechny has a goal, or does he?
Hey, Nick, I'm going to stop you right there because Angela said, "Hey, tell Coach to put turn on live comments." Angela, we're trying to figure that out. So if you can tell me because you're talking to me on Facebook, if you could tell me how to tell Coach how to turn live comments on YouTube, then I will be more than happy to do that for him. But okay. Going back to what you were saying about, I don't believe Konechny has a point this year or not, or this series. I might be mistaken. I don't think he has a goal. I know Raffle has I think Raffle has 2. Voracek has at least 1. Hayes Hayes today. It was Hayes and the other big kid, number 5. What's his name?
Number 5 on the Flyers?
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah.
Coach, my cousin, do you have something that says chat settings, enable live chat?
Hold on. I think I found it.
And Tommy Bouchane says something about enabling child protected mode. Make sure you turn off child protected mode, and maybe video owner selected the setting to disable comments in the video.
Disable comments.
Yeah, don't disable comments because that's
I'm trying to figure out how to click. It won't let me click on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, if anybody has things that they want to say, you can you can IM me on Facebook, and I'll be more than happy to tell everybody because there's a lot of people that are hitting me up. Like I said, Angela's hit me up on Facebook, and Tommy Bouchane's hit me up on Facebook. So,
and I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting to hear. Nevada Nick, you were right again. I should have listened to you.
All right, here we go.
You guys hear? Oh, well, Tommy Bouchane says you guys hear about the Patriots. No fans until October. But Tommy, to be honest, because they lost some guys who one guy whose name begins with a B, whose name escapes me, and another guy whose name begins with a G. Okay, it says Angela says make no, not for kids. Don't know, but considering that the Patriots have had the most players opt out, okay, they lost some quarterback, and they lost a tight end. Not having fans for the Patriots is not big news, because I really think that they were not going to be pulling a lot of fans up there anyway. Honestly.
Right. Did that work?
We'll give it a second. And if it worked, start commenting, obviously, for anybody watching. And I'll see if my cousin says anything.
I'm going to refresh the screen and see if I have a spinning circle right now.
I mean, I would think it should pop up for us under comments, right?
Yeah, it should say. Yep,
here we go. I posted a comment.
Oh, there we go.
Do it.
Look at that.
Hey,
11 minutes too late. Yeah.
Okay,
you got it. All right.
It only took us.
Well, that's you, though. Let's hope other people can comment now. Don't get too
11 minutes to figure it out. Yeah, but it didn't let me. I have a big X up there.
Nick, I said, did you make sure you can do everything right? There we go. It's working. Beautiful.
Working. Yeah, I threw a Yarg up there. And
all right, good.
There you go. And the other thing is if you notice in StreamYard, the comments that you would be seeing on Facebook, or not Facebook. See, the comments that you will be seeing on YouTube are coming up in StreamYard in the regular comment section as well. And it'll show that little icon for YouTube. So it's a YouTube comment.
Right.
But yeah, at least it's fixed.
See, I can still put it up. See?
Yeah.
Good.
Here, how about this picture? You know who that is in the middle?
Herm Edwards.
There you go, buddy.
Hey, while we're on here, and again, I'm probably gonna have to get with you, Coach, because Angela and I are doing our StreamYard show tonight. I like the, I guess the banners and stuff, and that's that. I'll have to learn how to do all of that. Nick's cut. I like that.
I'll tell you, his team looks good. Like I said, he's a big Avalanche guy. He thinks, and they won, I think it was 7-1 or 7-2 yesterday. They look really good as well.
Yeah. And I'm actually kind of hoping that the Lanch get past the Knights. I mean, it's whoever comes out of the West is going to be a good team, but this way we can always give it to Jason Dean, who's been popping on Golden Knights. Well, if they're not even in the Stanley Cup Finals, then we can say, well, hey, they didn't even make it to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, he has been too. It's the truth.
Don't sleep on Colorado. 5 goals, 18 assists.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look good. But hey, the Flyers look good too. I mean, I would love to see more offense, obviously, but goaltending and defense wins cups. And I mean, back-to-back shutouts here by Carter Hart. And man, he's playing his best hockey at the right time. So it's a good sign. And Montreal hasn't played bad. So we'll see what happens. I mean, hopefully we can close this out in 5. Like Captain predicted that they would win in 5. I predicted in 6.
No. I said now the other day I said if they don't show ass, okay. If it was 2-2, I'd say it's definitely going to go 6. Maybe it'll go 5, and I think it might based upon Hart. And I don't think that the Flyers have had any injuries. I saw Haig get blasted by a Shea Weber slap.
He got blasted by a couple. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully he's okay. I know that Hayes was out for a little bit in the first period, but I think he came back. So as long as and I'm going to knock wood, kind of like Gruden says, knock wood if you're with me. Okay, I'm going to knock wood for the Flyers on this one. Hopefully that they have enough going for them because actually that is what PP Eater looks like. So if you go to that's PP Eater.
Is that
Hag's injury does mean Ghost comes back, and Ghost is like, one game he'll look okay, and then the next, but Hag's so much better defensively. Give me the defense right now, because that's how the Flyers win. They're a defensive team, and look, they won 1-0 and 2-0 the last 2 games. That's how they win games. They play by, like I said, by playing defense and great goaltending. So, but it looks like right now, unless something crazy happens, Washington plays tonight, right? So if they lose, they're out, and then we'll have the Islanders, as long as we get that next win, obviously. But look, Islanders are playing good hockey, but Washington still has some playoff experience, more than the Islanders have. So I think that's good for the Flyers. And then obviously if they can get past that, the Islanders, we're probably looking at Tampa Bay in the conference finals, and what I think would be a great conference final.
Yeah, and again, I've stated from jump, I think it's going to be the Flyers versus the Lightning, and I think I predict that.
We both did. Yeah. And I think honestly, I'm going to hop on my cut. I think it's Florida Avalanche, and I really do. I think he's right. I watched them play; they look good. I mean, Vegas is good too, but mind you, Vegas was playing Chicago, who was the 12 seed. I know they won, 3 cups in the last 10 years, but it's not the Chicago of old. Yeah, they still have some great players. Jonathan, what is it, Toews, however they pronounce it.
Jonathan Toews.
Toews. Oh yeah. It's spelled Toews, so it's really
Well, how do you spell? How do you say the river that's in London?
I don't know what the river in London is.
Man, we got to get some geography on you there, Nick. Okay. Well, okay. I got it. Now, how would you pronounce Thames?
Thames.
Thames.
Thanks for playing, Johnny. We got some wonderful parting gifts for you. It's pronounced Thames, like Temz. Okay, the Thames, and that's for Tommy being over in you. But I knew that anyway. I used to think it was Thames when I would watch old Benny Hill episodes, and
Benny Hill.
you'd see the scrawl saying Thame, Thame. Oh, Thames. No, it's Thames. But anyway, it's Taze or Taze but it's that way. It's like like a taser.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's probably the best player on that team from the guys that actually were playing well way back when. I don't even think they have anybody. Yeah, I am definitely one crusty old pirate.
Well, it's like over in the West too. The Blues, they were the 1 seed going into the reseeding period. Then obviously, didn't. I don't know if they're 3 or 4, but they're down 2-1 or 3-1 right now. The Blues. So we'll see what happens. I'm trying to make.
Yeah, that's a personal joke. We've actually had we actually had something earlier, but I'm sorry. I just I'm what gets me. Okay, if you ever want to piss me off and you're in the Navy, okay, tell me what the name. And I'm sorry, I apologize, but this is one of those screeching points. Okay, there is a ship in the Navy. It is an amphibious assault ship. Okay, it is spelled Bataan. Okay, for the peninsula in the Philippines. Okay. How would you pronounce that? And then I'm going to tell you how to properly pronounce it.
You asking Coach or me?
Whoever wants that. You both.
Yeah,
you
Coach,
both,
you can take that one.
You both went on. You both said Thames, which was incorrect.
That's right up Coach's alley.
Okay, Bataan.
But I would think Bataan or.
We'll see. You pronounce it, Nick. Actually, no, Coach, you fucked it way up, way bad. Batten. Okay, but Nick pronounces it the way most English people pronounce it. Like if you all see the old movies, Back to Bataan. No, it's Bataan. Because in Tagalog you pronounce every syllable. And don't even get me started on Way City, the ship that's named after the city in Vietnam. Okay, and it's HUE, and yeah, I'm going to the huge city, and I'm about ready to knock some fuckers out.
Coach is sweating over there. He thinks it's like those kids at the spelling contest. Man, I can see the sweat, the beads starting to get around his forehead.
I'm an old dude, geo whiz, and
look, man, you forget I drove 16 hours after yesterday's show to get down here so that I could be on tonight's show.
You know what that is, right, Coach?
Yes, I know.
Just if you would have drove 11 minutes quicker, Coach, so that our comments could have been on right from the get-go.
Anyway,
anytime, Nick, you are a whatever they call it on the page, so you could get in. And
this was your decision. You said you wanted to come to YouTube. I said okay. I said, is everything ready? You know what you're doing? Oh, it's easy peasy. And thank God for my cousin.
Let me ask you this.
Wait, had no clue.
Running your mouth. Captain Jack went and told everybody to come to YouTube. Did you tell anybody to go to YouTube?
No,
of course not. Why would that? Why would that be? I mean,
actually, you guys.
I have faith in you getting the show right, and thank God I didn't now, because would have seen the first 11 minutes of sheer.
Wait a second.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, now he loves Stiz's picture because it gets in his favor.
Well, the one
Yeah, I
good thing
told
is-
my cousin. There you go.
Yeah.
There's one.
You-
And
you-
Stiz, there's two.
You guys actually
No,
arguing.
no. Wait a second. I told your cousin. I told him. I told him. What are you talking about? I told you on Instagram, and you said, "Great, now I can watch you guys live." And I get no credit. I see how it is. I see exactly how it is, man.
Did you guys see what Tommy said earlier, though, about McCoy? Pretty nasty, the Cowboys. I know they had it written in his contract, I guess. I didn't know. He must have had quad trouble or something. But, man, they're giving him the $3 million. I guess he had a $3 million signing bonus. But they let him go. So, a little surprised about that.
Yeah, but somebody else did that. Another team did the same thing to somebody.
But I guess it's because it's in the contract, because usually they can't release you when you're hurt. Correct?
Right. Yeah. Well, it all depends upon how the contract is written, because if they have an out clause that's specified in the contract, then you can get away with it. But most of the time, contracts don't stipulate against injuries, because that's how, the players, I don't want to say they get over on the owners, but it's one of those things where if you are a team and you have to do your due diligence to say, hey, if this guy has concussions, we might want to put in a wording in the contract that if he has a concussion, then we can get rid of him without, taking a major cap hit. And I was gonna let you know about the strip club thing, so I'm glad you at least put it up. So.
Well, I put it up because I wanted to know, is that where you got the gonorrhea of the eyes?
No, that was you porn. We've just established that.
Yes, we established that yesterday.
Red.
Oh, Dennis Pitta. That happened to with the Ravens.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes, this is right. Yeah, the Bucks, who, like I said yesterday, I thought it was going to be the Celtics, and if not the Celtics, the Raptors. The Bucks just haven't looked good since they got in the bubble, and they got smoked by Orlando. They were, well, I think it was a 13-point favorite going into that game. They lost the game outright.
Look, I'm going to put this up, PP Eater. I am not afraid of you coming on because I'm just tired of you sitting there saying nothing. How about that? When you type 300 words a minute on the comment section, you're better off in the comment section. You do more there than you do on the screen. Okay?
Hey,
so
Tommy.
I tell you what, Tommy, from now on, when football starts, I will give you your day back. When the season starts, and you can come on and talk about your Vikings. But as soon as you stop and just sit there with your gonorrhea-looking eyes,
Oh my God.
then I'm cutting you off. That's how we're doing it, okay?
Pushing buttons today, man.
Hey,
look, I've been up since.
He's tired. Yeah, I get you.
Coach, when football season starts, there's too much to talk about for four people. We're all going to have too many opinions.
No,
that's when you really.
Listen. I got some things going. It's going to do some moving and shaking with the show.
Yeah, right.
I've got some.
We do. That's right.
We got some stuff going on. We got some. We're gonna invigorate the show when the season comes on.
Here we're actually, and I'm actually gonna get you. I'm gonna take you out of the spotlight, Coach, and I'm gonna give props. Okay,
right.
Tommy, listen to me. Okay, you know that when we did our show in Gitmo, that if we didn't have the guy on the other side of the glass that was producing and did all of the buttons twitching and all the other things, because he was the producer, that I at that time I had no experience as a board op. So now I've actually gone to school and done it. But you making comments invigorates the show, and that is a positive thing there.
It is because that's how Facebook and YouTube count us. The more comments that are in there,
right.
It's not the views, it's the comments they count.
Engagements, right? Is that what they call it? Or
but they do
interaction.
Yeah.
That's what.
So you're an MVP in that respect. So maybe it's better.
You are,
Maybe
by the way.
I
You
love
are. You pop up.
Captain
as
is
number
shining
one
shit
fan.
right now. I love Captain should be a politician, man. I love it. Good see.
No, it's true though.
No, it is
It's
true. But
It's
you're
true.
taking a bad and turning into gold. Like Mark Zumoff from the Sixers like to say, turning garbage into gold. You
There you
know,
go.
that's all. No,
Yeah.
I agree. Tommy is a very important, and he definitely adds to the show in regards to his comments.
Yeah, because if we didn't have Tommy and if we didn't have Stiz, okay, and I haven't seen the dude that's the stats guy in a while because he was throwing up a lot of good stuff,
Yeah.
like weeks
No, yeah, I
ago.
just talked to him too. He's
Like Chris Lentz?
no,
No. The other guy, Sully. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
Sully with stats. I mean, the first time I'm on the show, and he's like, "Well, you do realize that that teams that go to new markets they suck." I'm like, "Well, okay, fuck you, Sully, but that's fine if that's a good stat, and it probably is." So there you go. So you need that in because I have my show as well, and I try to keep up on the comments, but it's very interactive, and it's like you're talking and comments, and you got to be able to do everything all at once. So yeah, if you are an MVP commenter like Stiz is, like PP Eater is, okay, and Angela throws in her crunches from the top of the net as well.
She does.
That's a positive thing, man. That's a good.
She did come back too. She came. She complained about not being on, and now she left.
Well, maybe she's prepping for a show with Captain
Yeah,
later.
she's prepping. All right, I'll give her that.
Yeah, because actually I told her, I said, hey, I got to get it because I know when you get the feed ready, and I said, oh shit, I got to start getting over there. So we were, and again, and I was making the one snide comment, the fact that you and Nick were going back and forth. I said that was a lot nicer than the conflict I had with my fucking brother today. So hey, good for you. Good for you guys. Okay.
You don't got to tell me about brothers. I know firsthand.
Yeah. I know. You know what? Today, I just wanted everybody to know because I'm driving down here, and I'm cheap ass. I didn't.
You did it in one night without a hotel.
Oh, I drove straight through. What are you talking about?
Right, exactly.
No. So I'm flipping through the radio.
Oh, okay.
And I hear there's a rocket launch at 10:31. I'm like, man, I'm going to be passing Cape Canaveral at 10:30. I'm doing the mileage. I'm all excited. I mean, I haven't seen a rocket launch and never saw it.
It wasn't at Cape Canaveral, was it?
Yeah. That's where what's his name who took over NASA is shooting
Elon
rockets.
Musk.
Yeah.
Yes, it should have been a SpaceX launch.
Yeah, SpaceX. Right. He didn't take over NASA. I think they work in conjunction, right, Captain Jack?
Right. It's the independent program where basically NASA outsources through SpaceX for their thing. But I thought that they pushed that back. So maybe whoever did that announcement, because I thought that they pushed that launch back a couple days.
Yeah,
so,
they probably heard.
Look, I'm gonna go back, and I know there's none of my peeps from New York. The old Kensico Dam, and there's a big field there, and there's this little like hobby store right in little town there, and go buy the rockets, light them off. They'd shoot up and little parachute that back down to Earth. I mean, I'd be there all day just shooting rockets off, man.
Or you can watch Open Skies, whatever, on HBO or whatever that thing with the kids from West Virginia.
Okay,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
No, great. It was actually oh shit, I can't remember. It was the kids from West Virginia. That and we'll get back to sports in a minute.
Yeah, really going off. It's all good.
Yeah, I know. I threw it all off, man.
Okay, but yeah, it's September Skies, Open Skies. You guys talk. I'll figure it out. Then we'll do it. But hey, how about them Flyers? There you go.
Big win. There you go. And like I said earlier, 5 goals in 4 games, and they're up 3-1. like I said, which is a credit to how good. And look, it's not all Carter Hart. The defense is playing well. As Captain said earlier, they took on a lot of block shots. This team's playing well. And, another shout out to their coach, man. I know, last year they've obviously gotten a little bit – they're a young team, got a little bit older, a little bit more experience. But this was a team that wasn't a playoff team last year. And where he's brought that team in 1 year, and especially since February when they really got on their run, it is just – in my opinion, he's coach of the year. And that's not just saying it because I'm a Philly guy. He's really got them playing well. And if you watch the Flyers, just watch the style of play under the previous coach who they hired out of college, and I wasn't in love with the hiring, to where they are now. And it's just two completely different styles, toughness, everything. And, I can't pronounce his last name, but,
Alain Vigneault?
Vigneault, yeah. I'm not good with those Canadian names.
Yeah, but the Rangers hired that guy from Boston College, UMass, somewhere up there. They just won the Frozen Four. The Rangers coach. You said you weren't a fan. You said you weren't a fan of a coach coming from college, but the Rangers just did it.
But it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in hockey a lot. You see it in football.
Right,
you see it in basketball. And look, it doesn't happen very successfully in either of those sports either. Basketball has been a disaster for a lot of coaches, which is why I give Jay Wright credit, because he's never took the contract. Look at John Beeline. He didn't even make it a whole year. He was done at the All-Star game. He left Michigan to go to Cleveland, and he didn't even make it a full season.
Now, Nick, while we're got a little basketball, are you sleeping on the Rockets? Wait a second, because normally, Harden carries the load and he's tired by the playoff.
Westbrook's hurt, coach.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he's hurt, because I think Harden has carried that team for so much. I don't think that's the biggest thing. But he's been rested because of this whole deal, and he's kind of got fresh legs. And I really think that, in round 2 against the Lakers, I can see them beating the Lakers. Wait a second. LeBron James not there mentally yet. Come on, it's the playoff. How are you not there yet?
Am I allowed to fucking say what my fucking
I'm finished now.
He said Nick.
Okay. I said when I went timeout, all I was gonna say is, where's Angela? Where's Angela? Because if anybody's going to say smack on the Lakers, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the fucking comments from Angela, because she is all purple and gold. Okay. Trust me. That's all I wanted. And by the way, with Harden, great, but they still need Westbrook. They need Westbrook. Without Westbrook, they might push the Lakers more. Right. But in order to beat the Lakers, and again, I can't stand the Lakers, coach. Trust me, I'm not a Lakers apologist. But unless you ask somebody to go with Harden, you're not going to beat the Lakers in a 7-game series.
Well, I think they got a shot against the Lakers. Lakers aren't exactly playing great basketball in the bubble.
Right.
I think a part of it was, as we said before, they knew they had the 1 seed, took the foot off the gas. But let's not forget, their starting point guard opted out, and they're not a very deep team. They're Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Kuzma's inconsistent. They could be better. And Rondo's hurt too, which he was very good, off the bench. I know he's not Rondo anymore, but still, it could happen. But Houston's got to get out of the first round first. And look, if they get out of the first round and then Westbrook can play, I wouldn't want to play Houston in the second round if I was the Lakers. That's a good matchup. And like I said, I just think, look, the Lakers, to Angela, as coach will say, in early February, I had the Lakers winning it all. I really did. I thought they were playing well. I liked the direction they were headed. And then, everything happens, Corona, and then they, 2 of their top players opted out. And that was my problem with them. They weren't very deep, but it was working. And now I don't think they've looked as good. I think it's the Clippers. As I said, I think it's the Clippers championship to take.
You said Clippers versus Celtics for those that didn't hear it yesterday.
And so now one thing, may change. Hayward got hurt yesterday, and he's out a month, which is a loss. The Gordon Hayward, who used to play for the Jazz, he got hurt yesterday. Had a grade 3 ankle sprain against the Sixers. So,
like
I said, I still think if it's not the Celtics, it's the Raptors. I'm just not high on the Bucks. I just think the Bucks, for some reason, they're like the Raptors used to be before they got Kawhi. They would always be the number 1 seed and get to the playoffs, and just kind of like the Capitals in hockey. They always had these good seasons and couldn't get over the hump. Obviously, Capitals got over the hump 2 years ago. Raptors add Kawhi and get over the hump, which Nevada Nick called at 10-1. Coach can attest to.
Right? Hold on.
I was going to say, when you said Hayward, I'm so old. I said Spencer Hayward.
Making that money and dining with kings and queens. Listen to Nick's picks exclusively in the huddle with Coach Muddle.
That's for your cousin. Sorry, Captain. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I apologize. I didn't know you were playing to drop. But I was going to like a Hayward. Spencer Hayward? Do you even know who Spencer Hayward is, Nick?
I know the name.
Okay, at least you know the name. That's all I'm worried about. Okay. Yeah, he was a NBA player in like the late 60s, early 70s. Yeah, I'm kind of showing my age.
Now, I don't know if you guys heard today too. Coach K came out too and basically said how if they're college basketball can't survive not having another tournament, which I thought was quite interesting. I mean, losing one and just think it's your big thing 2 years in a row, and with everything that's already going on with all the one and dones, I mean. It would really be an interesting thing. And now, there's talk about college football being in spring. So, I guess would go against, compete against college basketball.
I just don't get it, how they're doing that, man.
I don't get it either, Coach. And then expect kids to play in the spring and then turn around and prepare for another season right away. Right. You'll get done one season, and then you're right into training for fall. I mean, it's a lot. Now, look, they're younger, so they can handle it, but still it's a lot.
Coach Satan, and yes, I said that correctly. Coach Satan's basically said that for those players that are pretty much guaranteed a high draft pick for the NFL draft, you're not going to see them play in the spring. No, right. They're gonna. You think they're gonna play for school when they have a possible? If you're going like a higher draft pick. A multi-million-dollar contract, and you're going to play in the spring for alma mater U? Yeah, alma mater F you.
Look, as soon as that bowl game is over for most of those guys, they are getting a check from an advance from their agent.
Yep.
They're going. They put them up in a condo, and they've got their trainer for the combine. Who specifically, and I love to throw this at Nevada Nick, the Mike Mamulas of the world, who train specifically for those things and become.
Look what it made him, though, Coach. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean? And that set the thing now for the training just for the combine is Mike Mamula. Coach is 100% right. That was the playbook where guys started saying, all right, we got to do this to hit these things and, move up the charts. But, Coach, you're even seeing now, if these players aren't in a significant bowl game, January 1st or after, a lot of them are opting out of the bowl games.
Right.
So, and that's why I think the ACC, and I really believe this, is playing in fall because they know they're going to lose the best player in college football on Trevor Lawrence if they don't play in fall. And now, Clemson's not as good. You got to go to your backup quarterback, in a short time, a couple months before you were planning to move on to him. So I think that's a big reason the ACC wants to stick in because they've got a lot of criticism that it's Clemson and then everybody else. I know you like Pitt. Still, I think the reason the ACC wants to play in the fall.
And I tell you,
I think if I am Pitt, I want to play against the number one guy. I want to say it's not. I didn't beat a watered down Clemson.
Plus, you
because
get
that's
that
what
win. That's
everybody's
going to help
gonna
the
say.
program, Coach. You know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I still think that the guys that are putting up the petition, okay, the Ohio State quarterback, and then there's the guy, it's the dad, the father of one of the other Ohio State players, and they got something going on in the fact that they are pushing, they're making it an issue for the Big Ten. To why did you do this so quick? Remember, Coach, when you were saying way back when the one conference in college, and it was like a podunk college division, whatever, I can't remember which one it was,
Right.
and they were the first to get out, and it was like oh my God, let's be so overreactive and protective without even knowing anything. And I think that that's what the Big Ten did. I really think that they, kind of like the governor of California said, that there will be no football, no sports, nada in the state of California for 2020. Well, you see, they're playing baseball in California in 2020.
But Captain and Nick, here's the thing. You know, I mean, I'm sure Ohio State says the Big Ten, we're out. We're going to go play in the SEC or the ACC. You don't think either one of those conferences is going to take a team? We're not talking Illinois. We're
Right.
not, you know, we're talking about the cream of the crop of the Big Ten. Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan. You know, I could see them.
Yes, Stiz, I do.
And they
Yeah, me too.
carry a lot of weight, and I could really see them, you know, doing that. Here, let me put this up.
And then Stiz's question, I think it has to be because of the Al Horford signing. Like, you know, they could have got Brogdon, who went to Indiana from the Bucks and saved $20 million. That's my problem. Is you sign Horford, you give him a 4-year, $100 million deal, and now you got 3 years left on the deal, and you don't know what to do with him. Nobody's probably going to take the contract, and it's really going to handcuff the Sixers.
Right.
So yeah, I personally would get rid of him. Captain, I did have something I wanted to ask you. One, did you hear Flores is a finalist for the Hall of Fame? And two,
Yes,
this
I
is
did.
the bigger thing I wanted to get your thoughts on, because here are my thoughts. John Gruden's been very complimentary of Marcus Mariota. I think called him a dazzling playmaker. And I think he's trying to do that to let Derek Carr know, hey, you better come out playing ball early, or else there's that guy. And we might see what happened to Mariota last year happen to Derek Carr, where Mariota loses his job, Tannehill comes in, takes the team to the playoffs, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Carr struggle early and, he gets that early hook. I'm not saying first game, but game 3 or 4, if they're not looking good, he gets the hook to see what Marcus Mariota can do. I wanted to hear what you thought about Gruden, praising Mariota.
Okay.
Do you think it's to kind of get a Carr too?
Yeah, yes, and I'm going to go back to Flores first because you did them in order. I was listening to Raider Network Radio, which is 920 out in Vegas, and JT was on today, and I saw it pop up on Twitter. And folks, please call in. And they actually had Coach Flores on, and Coach was saying how his phone was blowing up for him being a finalist amongst the seniors. Right now in the senior committee. And I think it was a travesty. That he did not make it last year when they did the expansion. Now, let me ask, and because I can't remember because it's so far back, did Don Coryell make the Hall of Fame? Because if he didn't make the Hall of Fame, then it's still a travesty. Don Coryell should have been a Hall of Famer years ago. Tom Flores should have been a Hall of Famer years ago. And the fact that they finally figured that out and that he is a senior committee member, that's a positive thing. But here's the other thing. And again, I swear I am not being a homer here. But if you look at the stats for Cliff Branch in comparison to Stallworth and Swan, in that era, the only thing that Stallworth and Swan have on Cliff Branch is one more ring, because he was a perennial All-Pro, and he did not make the senior committee wide receiver Drew Pearson did, and I agree with that. Drew Pearson should have been a Hall of Famer a long time ago. So that's my answer there. Get Flores in, get Pearson in, but you better get Cliff Branch in next year. And if they didn't get Coryell in, that is be done.
He's not in, and that's why I think it's because he doesn't have the Super Bowl, and that's why maybe Flores is considered because he has the Super Bowl, obviously. But now, what do you think about Derek Carr and Mariota?
I really think that it's twofold. That it lights a fire under Derek Carr's ass, saying, "Look what this guy is doing. Oh my God, he's doing all of the right things, and oh my God, he threw a 50-yard zing between the two D-backs and split them, and he makes bread on the side, and and his wife gives head on the whatever." Okay. And again, with Angela, because Angela's probably I buried.
She's right. He did have a bad practice, supposedly.
Right. Buried the lead. The very next day, he was underthrowing everybody because Raider Homer was on. See, I told you. Because we were getting on Raider Homer because Raider Homer's a car lover, and we're saying, yeah, he had one good practice, then he had a crappy practice. So here's the other thing, though. If you're the head coach, are you going to not praise up and prop up and say, hey, look what we got. I'm trying to do my best John Gruden impression, but, it's kind of not getting there. But, we got Mariota, and he's throwing everything in sight. And Derek Carr, man, boy, I tell you, got with Mariota. But, yeah, that's what you do. You make sure that you prop up the guy and you light a fire under him. So it's twofold.
Right.
Mariota, if Carr struggles, and it's not necessarily what the record is, because I firmly believe if Carr struggles, but the defense sucks, what are you going to do? If the defense
that's a little different. If you're scoring points and doing your job, that's a different ballgame.
Right. But if Carr struggles and if Mariota has a decent grasp of the playbook, then I would insert Mariota after the bye week, which is actually the Bucs game, because the Bucs are the game after the bye week for the Raiders.
Well, if you look at the Raiders' schedule too, I mean, it's very not well. They got Carolina on the road, which I think is a very winnable game, and they got New England on the road in the third game too. Now, obviously, the second game, New Orleans, tough game. It is at home, but still tough game. Going to be on. I think that's a Monday Night Football game. Am I right, Captain?
It's the Sunday game. It's either the Sunday or the Monday game, and then the fourth game is Kansas City at home.
That's Buffalo.
Okay.
Buffalo's the fourth game, right?
Okay, so you got Buffalo, then you got Kansas City at home. Then I think you got the bye, and then you got Tampa Bay on a Sunday night or a Monday night, because I know that you got the Saints and the Bucs are both primetime games.
That's a tough 6-game stretch. But after that, it does get favorable. But I could really see them starting 2-4. I mean, now maybe they take a win, and if they can come out of that 3-3, Captain, if I were you, I'd be happy with what they got.
And I'm saying if the Raiders are 3-3 after that brutal schedule that's been thrown at them, that is a very tough schedule. Okay, the Bills are the class of the NFC, or sorry, the AFC least, because it was usually peg the Cheatriots to win that division. The Bills are the best team in that division, in my estimation, because the Cheatriots just lost too much. So figure you got the Bills, you got the Saints, you got the Bucs, you got Carolina is probably the easiest of that 6. And again, that's my estimation a win. But
man, I tell you what.
And after that game too, Captain, that's the only team with a winning record they play. There's only one game. They play Kansas City again. So after that 6th game, there's only one team they play with a winning record from last year, I'm saying.
Right, KC.
Sorry, Coach.
If Gruden pulls the trigger on that, I could see Carr going to a handful of teams and making them a contender relatively quickly. Dallas, quarterback. They need a quarterback. Chicago, if Foles can't stay healthy. Pittsburgh, because Ben's done after this year.
Right.
you know, Captain's boy Brady is only signed a 2-year deal.
Same with New Orleans too with Breeze. His, who knows how much time he has left.
Right. I could see him going to one of those places there and plug and play, and maybe even going to New England. Should what's his name not work out?
Cam or Stidham?
I'm high on Derek Carr. I really thought that, before the Giants took Daniel Jones, I thought Derek Carr was going to hit the market. I thought they were going to dump him, and I could have saw the Giants moving on to Eli and bringing in that type of veteran.
Are you guys still under the belief that Cam's going to be the backup? Because I really just think I don't see how that happens. I think Cam's going to be the number one guy.
I think so. I think that here's the thing. There's what we think, and then there's what some guy in a hood thinks. So if the hoodie is all about Stidham and everybody is telling him, hey, Bill, I think you ought to play, Cam Newton. It's like, oh, okay, I'll take. It's one of the old things. Yes, I'll take that under advisement. Get the fuck out of my office.
Do you guys see Cam being a backup to Stidham and staying and being a backup and that being okay? I would think right away he would demand a trade. And look, if a quarterback gets hurt, like Coach just said, and I thought that was a great point when Coach brought that up, that maybe all along this was just Belichick knowing, especially with all the players that opt out, hey, quarterback goes down. Hey, we want a second-round pick. So, I think Coach may really be onto something with that.
Yeah,
thank you. I appreciate some props. Every once in a while.
You were the first one to bring it up, and I thought that was a great point. I really did.
As our occasional friend of the program, Billy, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, Billy was right for the first time since January. Man, he blew it up like, wow.
Man, you would have thought the guy won the Powerball.
Because they took their schedule down because they changed it. He's like, oh, it's going down. Like he had inside sources. If Billy knew that, Billy should be on ESPN and be Adam Schefter for college football.
Oh, man. But, Anyway, but I could see David Carr going to several places.
The proverbial mistake.
Yep.
The one that it's not David Carr.
Well, I said Derek.
No, you did not. You said David Carr.
You did say David. That's why I said Derek. You can watch it again. I said Derek.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. It's not David Carr. David Carr has been gainfully employed with the NFL Network for quite a while because he got his ass beat as a Texan all those years.
Hey, but he got a ring. He was the backup for the Giants when they won the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right about that.
Thank you.
So he should just carry Eli's laundry for the rest of his life.
Yes, he used to carry the Eli's.
Thank Eli for that.
Yep. Thanks, Eli.
Yeah. But he got paid anyway because he was good.
I'm saying I got 3 rings myself, and I'll show them to you. They're over there on my table, all Super Bowl rings. Now they're not the original,
right.
But I would say I have a ring as well. So I can go get one from China, and I think they only cost $20.
Well,
we already went through that. Remember, the Border Patrol sent me a letter.
Yeah, I'm the one with the most recent ring, so that's what matters. I have one too, though, Captain. Mine was.
I have one too. I have one. 1986. Thank you very much.
Where's it at? Go get it.
All right. So I'm in Florida.
Okay.
It's in a safety
time you're at home, I want to see it. Is it a real ring?
Safety deposit box. Yes, it's in a safety deposit box. My old man's got it. Takes care of it.
Wow, I didn't. Wow.
Yeah.
It's got to be worth some coin.
That's why my dad holds on to it. That's why my dad
loves that 86 Giants team and the 90 team too. But that 86 Giants team is special.
Absolutely.
That was their first Super Bowl.
Right. Absolutely. It was the first one, man. It was the first one. It was.
And that's always the most special. I know what it meant for me when the Eagles finally won. I mean, it was it was special.
Not Angela. It's not Belichick. It's their owner, and it's the Golden.
Yes,
Palms.
I know. Jared Lawrence won the one in what was that? 07, 08?
Yeah,
the lefty.
Yes,
the lefty
passed away.
Who passed away actually about within 6 months ago. Yeah, the hefty lefty passed. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's not. It's Bob Kraft that gets cheap Chinese things, and it's at the. I actually had a meme, and I can't remember what the name of the place was. I could show it to you, but it's on my work computer, and I haven't been to work since late March. So yeah, when I get out of here, I'll push it. I got a nice meme.
And Cap, are you're gonna wrap it up right soon, Coach? Or are we going?
Yeah, we're getting on it.
You want to talk about your show later, Captain?
Yes, please join myself and that wonderful, silky, sexy, sultry. I'll just do those three right now. Silky, sexy, sultry Santangela. Go to my YouTube channel. This week it's on my YouTube channel at Captain Jack Rackham Levy. Next week it'll be over on For Life Our Raiders Story. So we're going to flip-flop the channels. And
just remind me before next week's show, and I'll put it on the banner, Captain.
Yeah. So
right, I'll put it up there. Yeah.
Right.
Tommy's got a motion on the table too.
What?
Bring PP.
Tommy, bring PP Eater back.
No, just stay there in your comments, man. You're a valuable commenter, man.
Because his locks. And then my Knicks got some locks for tonight. Let's see. Islanders, Flames.
Hold on. I'll put them up for you.
Stiz, actually, my boy Stiz likes the Knights tonight too. I don't know. He's trying to come for my job, I think, But he knows his hockey, man. He really does. Like I said, I don't defer to a lot of people in sports because I'm a know-it-all. It's just in my mentality. But with hockey, I would say he knows more hockey than I do. He really knows a lot of hockey.
Okay, well, I got to ask Nick's cousin this then. Do you think the Flyers are going to take the East? That's my question to Nick's cousin.
See when he comments, then we'll wrap it up. I'm curious because I'm curious too. I think they do, but like I said, Tampa Bay is the roadblock, but I think they can get by.
Let me ask you. I mean, if the Flyers win the Cup, how do you not have a parade on?
I know, especially when it's been since 75 too, or 76, whatever it was. I think it was 74, 75. They went back to back.
Right.
And look, Flyers fans, it's one of the best organizations in the NHL you can play for. I mean, we love our Flyers up here. We love all our teams, but I know we've wanted a cup for a long time, and we've had a lot of good teams. Just can't get over the hump. So, yeah, Coach, it would definitely be. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can't have one. I mean, maybe they would wait, but it'd just be a shame because I know the Phillies parade and the Eagles parade were so special up here. It'd be a shame not to see.
Yeah.
Oh, he said no. Wow. No.
4% first line.
No, 4% power play first line producing.
So I take it you like Tampa Bay? Yeah, they do need to. He's right about that. As the thing I said, they only have 5 goals in 4 games.
Yeah, but you know what?
Not that much out of Carter Hart.
But here's the thing. As long as the goalie keeps producing, lines can get hot. Lines can get hot. So hopefully it's just a matter of the guys that's just got to get hot at the right time. And as long as Carter Hart can continue on with that push, I mean, it'd be great to see the Flyers get that cup.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are up against it right now. So the timer's flashing at me. So everyone, thanks for enduring our first YouTube live show. Make sure you tell your friends, have them subscribe. We'll be back again on Thursday. Tomorrow we're going to be back on Facebook. So we're going to alternate for a little bit and check it out. So we'll see everybody tomorrow back on Facebook. All right. Take care.
Watch our show tonight. Captain Jack Rackham Levy over on YouTube.
You got it all in, Captain, because I still can't end the daggone broadcast. It won't let me hit the button.
Over on YouTube.